Hey, what's up everyone? It's Neil Zaza. Today I'd like to talk about Positive Grid's Bias FX. Being an instrumental guitarist, my approach really is about focusing on the melody. I do a lot of technical things, but my love and what I really feel as a player is always about playing the melody and really trying to get the most emotion that I can out of a song and a lead and a line. I need a tone that really supports me, that has a lot of sustain, that has a lot of expressiveness, that I can use a lot of different guitaristic techniques to get the kind of reaction I want out of it. I need a tone that really is subtle, but yet I could drive really hard and pull out some pinch harmonics, some palm muting, some legato playing. So I need really an overall general great tone out of one preset, and Bias FX really has given that to me. Bias FX really sounds great in the mix, soloed up, and the most important thing, it has a great feel to it. As a guitar player, I think we would all agree that if we don't sound good, we don't play good. And if there isn't kind of an interaction between us through our guitar into our amp or whatever we're using as a tonal source, then something is missing and the performance lacks. So with Bias FX, I found that it's really transparent because it magnifies and amplifies everything that me as a player is looking for. Bias FX has really been an integral part of what I'm doing as a guitar player. So as far as effects go with me, I'm really a bread and butter, simple kind of guitar player. I don't need a lot of different effects. I just need the effects that I'm using to sound really, really good, to have a nice timbre, a nice rich quality to them. All right, let me take you through one of my presets here. So I have a Marshall 69 Plexi dialed up, and you can see I have the gain, kind of ramped up a bit, but it is a lead sound. As far as overdrives, I have an overdrive here, and then also because it's a lead tone, I also have another overdrive cascading into that. As I would in real life, in Bias FX, I'm going to use my delay after the head. Right here I'm using a tape echo, and then from there I go right into a reverb. And what's cool is it's so easy to actually change effects. I just double click. If I wanted a spring reverb, it's easy to switch with the delays. Just double click and here we go. Again, there's a ton of choices that you can use. It's that simple, sounds great, and it's so easy to program. So I'd just like to take a minute and talk about the easy interface that Bias FX has. It's so easy, a guitar player can understand it. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. So it's actually laid out as we would have a live rig. So we have our pedals into the amp, into whatever effects, and now we can actually just move stuff around if we wanted. It's actually easier to configure this than if we were actually in reality with a real amp and a real pedal board. Tons of great effects. All I have to do is double click on the effect, and then we can actually change what we have, or we could actually go to totally something different. There's tons of sonic combinations that you can really get creative with that is just so easy to try. You know, you're writing a song, you're recording, you think the tone is exactly like you like it, and it's perfect and it sounds great, and then you get to a later stage where you're creating, or you've come to the mix stage, and all of a sudden it doesn't sound right. You need to tweak something in. Now, if you, and my expression is baked in the cake already, if you bake the cake, you can't unbake the cake. You can't get the guitar tone back. But if you reamp or record the dry signal and then run it through something like Bias FX, I could change the tone at any time and tweak in any of the parameters. Let me just give you a quick little example. The track we have behind here is just my raw guitar track, recorded dry, no effects. It's literally what it would sound like coming right from the pickup, just preamp into Pro Tools here. The tone is now coming from Bias FX, but I can change that and I'm not locked into anything. So for instance, here's what I played. So already I hear that I don't like the delay on that. So all I have to do, I shut the delay off. Sounds a little too gainy for me. And I'm gonna take this drive off. Let's just see how that sounds. But But I'm going to put a little bit of boost down. Let's see what that might sound like. So that's one of the coolest things, is you're never ever locked into a certain tone. You could change it at any time, and it really helps the creative process, because as ideas change, you can change with them. Hey guys, just want to thank you for hanging out with me and talking about Bias FX. I hope you love it as much as I do. Keep ripping.